Let me take a swig. Life water. Get your life. Hey! I don't know why I just screamed. Before we start, yes, these are fake glasses. If you're gonna read me, read me. Today I just wanted to talk about some interesting things that I've been thinking about the past 2 weeks. And I just want to talk about them and just get my thoughts out there and see what you all think. Yeah. The first thing that I wanted to talk about was open relationships. Here is Google's definition. An open relationship is a relationship in which both partners agree that each may have sexual relations with others. And I think that's pretty dope. I think that the idea of monogamy is dying quickly. And this new modern idea of being in an open relationship is going to disperse throughout the entire country. I don't think, well, not the conservative parts of the country. Places like where I am now, like New York or the West Coast, like California, all those big places, open relationships are becoming more prominent. And I think that's really cool. And I think people shouldn't shut down being in an open relationship until they actually try being in an open relationship. The idea of an open relationship just seems better to me because you don't have to worry about what lines or what boundaries do you not cross. An open relationship, to me, I think you get the best of both worlds. You get that one person who is your best friend, who you put your all into, you're connected emotionally, physically, in every way. You still have them. And then you also have the freedom to explore with anyone else that you would like. And I think the terms would have to be definitely talked about. As long as there is an open field of communication, I feel like that's a really great way to have a relationship. The only way you're going to succeed in that relationship is communication. Rather than, I think a common problem in monogamous relationships is that a lot of the people in monogamous relationships hold their feelings back. Their true, honest feelings, and they're not being communicated thoroughly. They feel that pressure that if they're going to be honest, then they're going to be attacked. And I feel like communication, I can't stress how important it is. And I'm not good at it either. But it's important how you resolve issues, communications, period, point blank. I don't know if realistically I'll end up being in a monogamous relationship anytime soon because I'm still young, 23, living in New York City. I have a lot that I haven't explored yet, and a lot that I have to do, and a lot of life that I have to live in order to feel comfortable enough to be with someone for the rest of my life. I don't know. Would you prefer being in a monogamous relationship or opening yourself up into an open relationship? A lot of people are different. Like, if you can't deal with your partner being with other people, that's perfectly fine. Like, monogamy is not for everybody, and being in an open relationship is not for everyone either. Bing! Okay, ladies, now let's get information. Oh yes, we're going there. We're going to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Beyoncé's 2018 Coachella performance was groundbreaking, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me tell you, Beyoncé was supposed to perform at Coachella last year, but she got pregnant with Sir and Rumi Carter, or I think it's Sir Carter and Rumi, I don't know what it is. Anyways, she got pregnant so she couldn't do Coachella last year, and I think that was supposed to happen for a reason because she has been just thinking about her comeback performance and how she is going to just elevate our country in 2 hours. And she did. She elevated our country in 2 hours by pushing HBCU culture in white people's faces. And I thought that was so smart of her doing something that's historically black at a predominantly white event is just, it says a lot about who Beyoncé is and why I think she is the greatest artist of our time. Beyoncé's 2018 Coachella performance, it not only allowed white people to see what it's like being at an HBCU and how much strength and pride and uniqueness there is at an HBCU. I think definitely now the enrollment rate of HBCUs across the country is gonna shoot up at least 50% because of Beyoncé, because she showed how special going to a HBCU is. Now me, personally, I didn't go to an HBCU. I went to a predominantly white college, and that's every day I thought about what would have happened if I would have gone to an HBCU. Beyoncé, 2018 Coachella. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's 2 hours long, but it is so worth it. I'm telling you, I am not lying to you. Watch it, please. This is not sponsored. I wish it was. Woo! If you are hesitant about watching Beyoncé's performance at Coachella, let me just give you some highlights.
So there were so many magical moments. I don't know. There was an entire probate.
Because of the way that it showcased every single performing art, like in an equal way. Like this is
Next on the docket is Todrick Hall. I can't stress enough how important his art is, and how important he is as an artist, and how impactful his art is, especially to someone like me. Todrick Hall recently came out with his second visual album. It's called Forbidden, and it's basically a story of if you had to walk in my shoes. You know, everything is switched. Black people are the majority in this, and white people are the minority. It is now in the mainstream to be gay, and it is frowned upon to be straight. In fact, if they found out you were straight, they would either kill you or arrest you. And I thought that was really interesting, because that is something that is actually happening like today. Like, people don't think about black people getting killed every day for no reason, or gays getting killed every day for no reason. So he switched it and put it on white people. And I think that was very smart. And oh my gosh. I know that one of Todrick's biggest inspirations is Beyoncé, and you can definitely see the comparisons in Beyoncé's visual album Lemonade and both of his visual albums. But I feel like with Todrick's visual albums, he really talks about the issues that needs to be talked about, instead of issues that are just swept under the rug and ignored. I've seen it like 3 times already, and the music's so good. The music's well produced, the dancing is there. That album is the tea, and I'm taking a sip.